That's an interesting nuance. Yeah, I'm trying to convey the tone of the report, and I hesitated about putting it in the required reading because it's not my. I have to be really careful because this lecture will live on in cyberspace now, and the authors of that report are good friends of mine. But let me say it's not the most shining example of scientific exposition, of communication to a broad audience. I think it's tough going. But I'm trying to convey the tone of the report as the authors wrote it. It's, these kinds of Academy or National Research Council reports go through a lot of drafts and extensive reviews, and they're signed off. But so the tone that they take is not something that's just by chance. Yeah, but a good point. I mean, it's a perfectly valid point. Yeah, I think part of that tone may have been because the authors of the report felt that the intended audience, certainly including the policy-making world, but the media, the general public, hasn't yet grasped what the science can say about the severity of the impacts of climate change. That people think, oh gosh, it'll be a couple of degrees warmer. Well, I moved here from Denver, and it's a couple of degrees warmer here, and I love it. And that's the difference between a local change and a planetary change. It's huge. As Charlie Kendall just said, the ice ages were roughly 5 degrees Celsius colder than today. So when you start talking about 5 degrees Celsius warming, you're talking about huge differences, but in the opposite direction. So there's no reason to think that the changes will be small.